Thank you, saudara moderator. Yang amat berhormat Tan Sri Khalid, Menteri Besar Selangor, yang berbahagia Datuk Sri Ambika, yang berhormat Datuk Hatta, fellow Malaysians. We are happy tonight to gather here untuk memperingatkan Bapa Malaysia Tunku Abdul Rahman. 2 hari dahulu ialah 111 anniversary, birth anniversary untuk Bapa Malaysia. Saya boleh ingat bahawa apa Tunku kata, apa dia mahu diingati. What does Tunku want to be remembered? Can anybody enlighten me? What does Tunku want to be remembered? Very simple. The happiest Prime Minister. Bukan. Dia mahu diingat sebagai the happiest Prime Minister Malaysia. Tetapi saya percaya bahawa kalau dia masih hidup hari ini, he is the saddest man in Malaysia. Betul? Setuju? Oleh kerana dalam 8 bulan ini negara kita menghadapi krisis demi krisis. Krisis yang tak pernah dihadapi oleh negara kita. Tak pernah kita boleh imagine kita boleh perlu menghadapi. Saya pernah kata negara kita menghadapi satu quintuplet of national crisis. Quintuplet, at least 5. Nation building, perpaduan negara, ekonomi, sehingga kangkung sulami boleh berlaku. Itu oleh kerana economic crisis, educational crisis, di mana tahap standard mutu anak-anak kita dalam pelajaran antara jatuh turun. Sungguh pun we are the best natural resource, human resources in the world. Our best and the brightest go out to the world to help develop other nations, but not in Malaysia. Betul? Why? We have crisis of security. Keselamatan kita, jenayah, kadar jenayah begitu serius, kita tak rasa selamat. Warga negara, pelawat, pelancong, nobody feels safe, especially coming from my constituency of Johor Bahru, the capital of crime in Malaysia. Not safe. What is the police doing? Dan good governance, corruption, Malaysia worse and worse. Dalam masa Tunku, adakah masalah ini? Unthinkable. Perpaduan negara tak pernah berlaku semacam sekarang. Racial dan religious polarization begitu teruk. Ada orang yang dengan terbuka, blatantly, unashamedly, flagrantly mengugurkan negara kita. Maukah lagi peristiwa 13 Mei? Itu racial dan religious threat. Kenapa boleh berlaku? Tak pernah berlaku series of religious controversies. Dalam Sarawak baru-baru ini ada perkembangan politik yang baru di mana white hair. You know who is the white hair lah? The Chief Minister of Sarawak, dia akan letak jawatan, dia mahu menjadi Tuan Dipertua Negeri Sarawak. Nah, itu separate matter lah. Tapi apa dia kata? Types parting words, Sarawak for Sarawakians. Sarawak Chief Minister Taib Mahmud's last advice before retirement was to impress upon the state leaders to safeguard Sarawak's rights and keep it firmly in the hands of Sarawakians. Don't allow UMNO to go to Sarawak. Because Sarawak can afford the politics of race and the politics of religion of UMNO in Sarawak. Why? If Sarawak cannot afford, can we afford? Can Sabah afford? Can Peninsular Malaysia afford? We cannot afford. Dan sungguh pun di sini ada satu kenyataan respons. UMNO won't enter Sarawak with tap gone. Wah, satu assurance. It is mere assumption and a bad intention to claim that UMNO will spread its wings to Sarawak with the imminent retirement of the Chief Minister Taib Mahmud. UMNO Vice President Muhammad Shafi Abdul said today that it was not UMNO's agenda for Taib to retire so that the party could enter the state. Why did the UMNO go to Sabah? Kenapa? There is a violation of 20 points agreement in Sabah. Kenapa UMNO masuk Sabah? Kalau sekarang mereka memberi satu jaminan tak akan masuk Sarawak. Kenapa? Oleh kerana UMNO hegemony to be perpetuated. Sabah gave a chance, Sarawak not yet. Bila? The question is bila. Dan sungguh pun hari ini our beloved Home Minister, I'll come to him a bit later. He said, apa dia kata? Dia kata bahawa UMNO will respect Sarawak for Sarawakians. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said UMNO will respect Sarawak's political mold in what appears to be a recognition of Sarawak's BN's apprehension towards Peninsular Malaysia-based BN component parties encroaching into the state. Any transition of power in Sarawak will follow the state's laws and follow the existing tradition based on Sarawak's political mold. What happened to Sabah's political mold? I just came from Sabah. I was in Tawau, I was in Sandakan, I was in Kota Kinabalu the last weekend. And there is unhappiness because of UMNO's overreaching political hegemony. Utter disregard of the 20 points in Sabah, the 18 points in Sarawak. Over the weekend, there was this forum by ideas, di mana President Idea Tunku Zain dia kata, the history of Malaysia has been distorted. Malaysians don't know what is the real history. The real history of the people of Malaysia, you don't get in the history books. Betul? Betul? You agree? He becomes a history books is just a tool for indoctrination, for brainwashing. To those in power, Malaysian history is UMNO history, which is utter rubbish. Correct? Utter garbage. Malaysian history is not UMNO history. Malaysian history is the history of the people of Malaysia over and above UMNO and Barisan national leaders. In Sabah, I said, the three most important, yesterday I said in Sabah, the three most important historic events in Sabah, 50 years in Malaysia, are not in the history books. What are the three most important events in Sabah? I would say number one, 20 points on the terms of Sabah's entry into Malaysia. Number two, 666. You know what is 66? You know what is 66? 6th of June 1976. What happened? The crash of the Nomad plane, where virtually the core of the Sabah cabinet died, led by Tun Fort Stephens, which changed the course of history of Sabah in Malaysia. 666. And the third, what I thought was very important was at least 1 million illegal immigrants in Sabah, given through unlawful and unconstitutional means citizenship or voter status, which changed the political demography of Sabah and possibly even Malaysia. These things you don't get in the history books, do you? They don't know. So, these are things that Tunku will not agree. Tunku will want the truth to be known. Tunku, as I said earlier, wants to be the happiest Prime Minister. If he's alive today, he will be the saddest man. He wants love, harmony, peace. We don't have it today. Never before Malaysia begitu pecah belah, divided, polarized. Last 8 months was the worst. And that's why I think this gathering tonight is very important for us to think what we missed, what we lost in the 56 years of nation building. What Tunku would have wanted to see. Tunku would have wanted to see a country more united. 44 years ago, he stepped down as the PM. He would have wanted to see a Malaysia which is more united. Is Malaysia more united 44 years ago? Are we? Or are we more divided? Have the issues of race and religion become more polarizing? Mana in the history of Malaysia, like the last 8 months, issues of Allah, issues of race and religion become so poignant, so divisive, so aggressive. 2 months ago, or 3 weeks ago, you had the demonstration in Penang, UMNO Penang. Asked the DAP, you want a May 13? What type of foolish question? Of course you don't want a May 13. Who wants a May 13? You, me. Nobody wants a May 13, correct? Nobody wants a May 13. And I believe the majority of Malaysians, sama ada dalam DAP, PKR, PAS, dalam Pakatan Rakyat, atau dalam BN. We give credit to the people in BN, in MCA, UMNO, Gerakan, and all the 13 Barisan National Parties. Overwhelming majority tak mau 13 Mei, tak mau kacau bilau, tak mau trouble dalam Malaysia. Betul? Because we are all patriots. We love this country. If I don't love this country, why I spent 48 years of my life to bring about political change? Why Dato Sri Anwar faced all those trials and tribulations, going to jail, coming out to jail to bring about change? Because we love Malaysia. We are patriots of Malaysia. And all of you, you are here because you love Malaysia. You don't want trouble. Who wants trouble? So those who say, want May 13, they are the real traitors. I believe the majority of Malaysians in BN, in BR, we do not want May 13. We do not want trouble. We do not want racial chaos or religious conflagration. We want peace, harmony, progress, prosperity for all Malaysians. Who is standing in the way? A small group of people. This small group of people 3 weeks ago had this demonstration in Penang. Last Thursday had this demonstration in Kuala Lumpur. Wow, 1,200 bucks who were slapped Teresa Kok. Are these patriots? They slaughter chicken. I pity the chicken. Most un-Islamic practice. You slaughter the chicken, smeared the blood on the banners where you got DAP. My face also there lah. Stamp on them. It is what? Inciting racial hatred. No slap. If you got slap, only wrong. I'm still waiting for his answer. Is it all right for us to go and demonstrate up and down the country, slap Prime Minister Dato Sri Najib, 1,002. Slap Muhyiddin, 1,003. Slap Zahid Hamidi, 1,005. Is it correct? Correct ah? Boleh kah? Of course not correct. Not permissible. But why have a home minister reach that level? And that's something that Tunku will be horrified. Betul? If Tunku is alive today, he will be utterly horrified that there is a home minister like Zahid Hamidi. So that's what we want to remember. The days when Tunku was a prime minister, there was certain civicness, gentlemanness, chivalry. Today, down the gutters. Why? What happened? And that's why I think we must bring back those days for Malaysia. The latest apa yang berlaku ialah mengenai video Teresa Kok. Wonderful Malaysia. Wonderful Malaysia. And I think I must thank UMNO because my latest check is YouTube exceeded 500,000 hits. 500,000 hits all because of UMNO lah. 500,000 hits, no joke, you know. Anything wrong with that? Have you seen? Have you seen one Malaysia? Wonderful Teresa Kok's Wonderful Malaysia. Have you seen? You like it? You like it? You have seen? Put up your hand. Let me see. How many of you? Those of you who like it, up your hand. Those who don't like it, up your hand. Never mind. We can also don't like it. No problem. You can also don't like it. You can say that it is some people say no class lah. How can? Not proper for an MP to have this type of videotape. Stinging criticism of the failures of the Malaysian national government on the whole battery of issues. Price hikes, corruption, personal safety, blah, blah, blah. We can disagree or agree or disagree. But there can be no basis to try to twist and distort to say that the videotape is a anti-Malay, anti-Islam. You have seen the videotape. Is it anti-Malay? Is it anti-Malay? Is it anti-Islam? I don't watch a videotape very much, but because of these allegations, I watch and watch. I want to find where is the part anti-Malay, where is the part anti-Islam. I watched at least half a dozen times. I couldn't find. So what are they up to? I believe the UMNO ministers and leaders, they were led by the nose by MCA people. MCA people must have gone and told the UMNO ministers, oh, Teresa Kok, evil woman, bad woman, very racist, very anti-Islam. You look at that videotape, oh, attacking Islam, attacking Malays. Of course, the UMNO leaders don't understand. It's in Cantonese, it's in Mandarin. Isn't it? In Cantonese and Mandarin, they don't understand, but they believe lah. So they launch an attack. UMNO leaders launch the attack, spearhead the attack. I'm still waiting. I say if the videotape is anti-Islam, videotape is anti-Malay, I'm sure Teresa Kok will have no hesitation in withdrawing and apologizing for that videotape. Because the DAP has always stood for all Malaysians. We stood for all Malaysians. I still remember in the 2010 Parliament, our Prime Minister talked about one Malaysia. What is one Malaysia? Where every Malaysian, regardless of race and religion, regard themselves as Malaysian first, race, religion, region, status second. What did Muhyiddin say? DPM? I'm a Malay first, Malaysian second. And I said in Parliament, I am a Malaysian first, Chinese second. I said in Parliament. And we are for all Malaysians. For all Malaysians, regardless of race, regardless of religion, regardless of region. And if Teresa Kok's video is anti-Malay, anti-Islam, it will be against the DAP's guiding policy for all Malaysians. And she will apologize. But show us where is it that is anti-Malay. Show us where is it that's anti-Islam. Couldn't find. I'm sure Tunku, in his days, he will have seen all this. He'll be shocked. What has happened to this country? This country has very different. And that was why And that is why Tunku is not a member of UMNO Baru. Correct? UMNO Baru that was formed in 1987. He refused to join because this is a different animal from UMNO 1946. He refused to join. And it's very clear why. Not only Tunku refused to join, Tun Hussein On also refused to join. I still remember Tun Hussein On telling me when he was a advisor of Petronas in the late 80s that one of his biggest mistakes in life is to make Mahathir the Prime Minister of Malaysia. The reporters can report it, and I stand by it. Because Tun Hussein On told me. So what has gone wrong? Many things. Nation building, the economic crisis, the educational crisis, a whole series, which there's a need for us to save this country. And I say that if you want to remember Tunku's 111th birth anniversary, it's not just by coming for this gathering, you must do something. This is a time for moderates of Malaysia. And who are the moderates of Malaysia? You and me. Everybody in Pakatan Rakyat, everybody in Barisan Nasional who are right thinking, who love Malaysia, who don't have an axe to grind. Overwhelming majority of Malaysians, moderates of Malaysia, must stand up and draw the line with the traitors of this country. Traitors who are prepared to incite racial hatred, prepared to incite racial conflict and tension, to create May 13 because they think that is their only way to perpetuate their political control. These are the traitors of Malaysia, and we moderates must dare to stand up and say, you are the traitors of Malaysia. We have no time for you. So there are people who want to create trouble. You can see from recent events, they want to create racial and religious strife. We need Malaysians to come forward to take a stand. And I was to just have a word with Dato' Sri, Dato' Ambika. I said we need an NGO to come forward. Not for supporting any political party, not supporting Pakatan Rakyat, not supporting Barisan Nasional, but supporting Malaysia. Supporting Malaysia to save Malaysia, because we love Malaysia, we want to save Malaysia from the evils of racial chaos and religious conflagration. And to lead Malaysians to stand up, to tell the small, very group, it's a very small group, but they are very powerful. They got the backers of top ministers, and they can do a lot of evil if they are allowed to do things unchecked. They must be exposed. They must be fought every inch of the way. And that must be fought by moderate Malaysians of the country, not just by political parties, by moderate Malaysians, like people like you. You must not just sit there. You must stand up and fight for the rights of our future generations, for peace, for harmony, prosperity for Malaysia. Are you prepared to do it? Are you prepared to do it? So, Ambika, you have got a natural constituency for build this NGO to love, to save Malaysia, to ensure that there is harmony, there is peace, and that the small group of people who want to cause trouble are not allowed to do so. I think that will be the greatest way to remember the 111th birth anniversary of Tunku Abdul Rahman. And if tonight we can reach that consensus to launch such a people's movement, a civil movement, I think that will be the greatest achievement we can do. Can or cannot? You think that Ambika should come forward and lead? Agreed? I think it's a consensus. Ambika must lead. She has no choice because we all know that she loves and want to save Malaysia. Thank you very much.